So it was, of course, Timek Kuharczyk on pole position. A bit of a slow start from McIntyre on the inside of the front row allowed Mackenzie Cresswell to roll around the outside and take second place in the bright yellow car. There was movement further back in the field, including Artur Rojon, who actually jumped the start, receiving a 10-second penalty later in the race, so he would fall back down the field. But it was Timek Kuharczyk who had a great start. Another good start also from our driver, who's currently in 4th place in the first lap. It was the number 7 Rodin Motorsport car of Louis Sharp, our championship leader, made his way up from a sort of a middle of the top 10 grid position up into what would eventually be 3rd place, no, into 4th place eventually. But then there was fighting at the bottom end of the top 10 throughout the race between JHR drivers of Bennett, Irfan, Mackenzie Cresswell, Arden drivers of Headley, and it would chop and change and throughout the race, and the pace would ebb and flow as drivers' tyres came in and then went away, but Jared Boberski stayed inside the top 10 throughout that race. And then we saw that fight between the 2 Rodin Motorsport cars. It was Uga Chukwu who managed to make his way past Louis Sharp on the exit of Cops, but then got repassed as they went through Maggots and Beckett's. And then we saw Stenshorn make his way past Artur Rojon in the middle of the race. We also had further fighting between Shi and Uga Chukwu, who Jared Shea made his way past Uga Chukwu for the Rodin Motorsport. Then we look back at our leader, Timek Kuharczyk, who just basically romped away at the end of at the front of the field, setting fastest lap after fastest lap, and would eventually come over the line nearly 8 seconds in the lead over a second place to take his first win in the GB3 Championship. What a drive from him. He was over the moon with that, and he's going to hope that that will set the tone for the rest of the season.
Of the GB3 Championship, partnered by the BRDC, and it of course was Timek Kuharczyk starting from the pole position. However, it was his teammate Will McIntyre in the 21 to fire straight around the outside in that first turn to take over the race lead. Uga Chukwu as well from the 3rd row of the grid was able to work his way through into 2nd position. Meanwhile, Kuharczyk was struggling for grip. Mackenzie Cresswell was battling as well with the number 7 of Louis Sharp, and that would open the door for Jared Waberski to fire his way through in that number 20 yellow Elite Motorsports car. Everyone struggling for grip though with the tricky conditions, including Matthias Stenshorn, who would make contact with Colin Queen, sending him out wide and allowing Ed Pearson to sneak his way underneath the pair of them. Side by side going through Maggots, Beckers and Chapel with, of course, James Wharton on debut and Hugo Schwarzer as well. That was just outside the top 10 for 11th position at this point. James Wharton working his way forward. Pressure was really building though on the pressure of Will McIntyre on the final lap as Uga Chukwu was trying to find any way past. However, Will McIntyre would come out of the final corner and up towards the line to take his 2nd victory in the GB3 Championship, partnered by the BRDC. Uga Chukwu in 2nd behind, and Kuharczyk taking 3rd.